Oh, oh. Those are on, by the way. Let's go find them and ask.
Hello? Okay. Hi, welcome to Stansbury High School's graduation for the class of 2025. invite you to remain standing as we honor our country with the national anthem. Stansbury High School's JLTC will present the colors, and the national anthem will be sung by seniors Kenzie Stoker, Hadley Griffith, Kensington Anderson, and Leo Laga Brown.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. That sounded amazing. Thank you guys. You may take a seat. My name is Briley Gigi. I am the Senior Class Vice President and your Master of Ceremonies for today's event. We would like to extend a special welcome to our Superintendent, Dr. Mark Ernst, Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Jeff Ham, Area Director, Dr. Sarah Jarnigan, School Board Members Melissa Rich, Emily Seifus, Scott Bryan, Robert Gowans, Todd Thompson, and Valerie Shields. Other district administration, faculty, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. We would also like to thank our graduation committee and the Maverick Center staff for helping us make this event happen. Thank you and great job to our orchestra and our senior choir members for providing music today. I would now like to turn the time over to Principal Wilford to recognize and introduce our co-salutatorians and valedictorian, who will then address us.
Thank you very much, Briley. Let's start off. I'd like to introduce our first co-salutatorian, Ellie Dangerfield, daughter of Cole and Mary Dangerfield. Come on up. So Ellie's high school journey has been a dynamic blend of academic excellence, athletic dedication, and artistic passion. A committed cross-country and track athlete, she qualified for state in multiple events each year, demonstrating perseverance and growth. Their love for music flourished through playing the viola in the symphonic orchestra, while their academic drive led them to complete 9 AP and 4 concurrent enrollment courses, with a special interest in math, science, and creative cooking. Ellie plans to major in chemical engineering at Brigham Young University and continue running competitively for Salt Lake Community College. Ellie Dangerfield, your 2025 co-salutatorian.
Wow, look at me, my third year in a row making up on the big screen. This time I actually have to do something other than just make faces and give this superintendent bunny ears, though. Okay. Wow, it's crazy how fast time goes by. 1 minute we're in junior high dealing with all that COVID stuff, and the next it's 5 years later. Guys, it's 2025. That distant number we all had in our school passwords somehow has finally come. One thing I've learned over these past few years is when you appreciate everything and expect nothing, life becomes magical. A selfish life only leads to a miserable one. The beauties of life are in the details, and if you spend your life wishing for more, you'll forget how great your life is and miss the little things. No matter what situation you may be in, you've got to keep moving forward, keep a positive attitude, and remember that whatever is going on is just a small blip in the entirety of life. If there's one thing I've learned over these past 4 years, is that you have to challenge yourself to grow. The hard times, the uncomfortable moments, that's when the real change happens. One of my favorite quotes that Kelly told us at Hark is that you can't accomplish life begins outside of your comfort zone. Or as Brother Pearson put it, you can't accomplish great things just sitting on the couch eating potato chips. And that's something I really learned through cross country, which I've noticed that running is a lot like life, that you won't ever improve or make a difference if you keep doing the same thing every day. Easy runs won't make you fast, and doing speed workouts won't work either. Life's not easy, and it's definitely not going to be the same thing every day. You've got to mix it up and to see the results you desire. If you never take the chance to apply for that job, talk to that person, or make sure your voice is heard, you'll never progress. Progression requires hard work. Something that goes right along with this is the fact that no human is limited. That pain, mentally or physically, and as awful as it may feel, doesn't last forever. So enjoy it while you can, because it's a sign you're alive, you're growing, and you're pushing past the limits you thought you had. Your body can do so much more than your mind will ever let it. This goes right along with that famous quote that says, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. And this is something I've greatly seen in my life, whether on the course, in the classroom, or just going through everyday life. Your mindset and your attitude matter, because your mind has so much power over what you're able to accomplish. If you can train yourself to push through your discomforts, you'll be able to accomplish so much and blow everyone's minds. Even if it is just something small, putting in the hard work will make you stand out. And I know you're going to think, I don't want to do that. That's pointless. I will never get better at this. Or when you are in that hard moment, you might be thinking, this is way too tough. I cannot keep going. And trust me, I've been there many times before. But for me, whenever running gets tough, I like to tell myself, how bad do you want it? Whenever you got to keep a high enough GPA to keep your scholarship, but you really don't want to do that final assignment for the class, how bad do you want that free money? Or whenever you don't want to fill out a resume for that high-paying job, how bad do you want it? Or any other time you have to face your fears or push your limits to accomplish something, you just got to remind yourself, how bad do you want it? Because how badly did you want to get a PR in the gym after you worked out every day? How badly did you want to go out with that cute guy or girl? Or how badly do you want to finish that good book, even though it's 2 a.m. and you have school the next day? Of course you're going to finish the book and only get 4 hours of sleep, and of course you're not going to give up on any of those other things. So imagine if you apply that to the rest of your life, to the tough or boring things we have to do. It's how you react to the adversity in your life is what shows your true toughness. And one thing I've learned from people our age is that everyone wants to live like the champions, but they don't want to put in the work to be that successful. Success takes time. It doesn't just automatically happen when you wish on 11/11. Results are made when nobody's watching. And I know change can be hard, and we're all going to struggle with something in the coming years. But if you remember your purpose and make it your drive, you will overcome it. Now is the time to prove the type of person you're going to be. You aren't being forced to do anything now. You get to choose. But whatever you choose, make sure it's something future you will be proud of. I'd like to thank you all for the amazing years that we've had together and for all my teachers. And thank you, Stansbury High. I'm out.
All right, our next co-salutatorian is Eric O'Bray. Eric, if you want to come join us up here. Eric is the son of Glenn and Sarah O'Bray. He has exemplified academic excellence, leadership, and service with a perfect 4.0 GPA, flawless AP scores across 5 courses, and early college credit through concurrent enrollment. They have laid a strong foundation for future success. Their commitment to community is evident through their active involvement in the National Honor Society and Key Club, while their passion for music and leadership shown in the Wind Symphony Concert Band and as president of the Board Game Club. This fall, they will attend Utah State University on a presidential scholarship to study plant science, with plans to serve a 2-year mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints beginning in 2026. Eric O'Bray, your 2025 co-salutatorian.
All right. When trying to come up with ideas for my talk, I asked a lot of different people for their advice. I first went to my brother, and he just said 2 words to say. He said, "Chicken jockey." So then I went to my dad, and I asked him, and he just said, "Oh, you gotta ham it up, cut out the riffraff, and don't dilly-dally." But that doesn't quite sound like me. So then I went and I asked my mom, and she suggested to say, make sure to thank everybody for being part of your school experience and let them know how much you'll miss them. I also asked my grandparents, and they said, we'll be proud of you no matter what you say. But none of those ideas really worked for what I wanted to say. So I then turned to Siri, and all she said was, "Here's what I found on the web." But that was not very helpful. Later at school, I tried to ask some of my buddies for some speech ideas on what I should say, but all they could talk about all day long was 100 men versus 1 gorilla. But then that got me thinking, what about 532 class of 2025 stallions versus 1 graduation? And I thought, of course, well, the stallions would win, right? So I can't really sum up 12 years of our lives in one speech, but maybe that's the point. Famous author Roald Dahl once said, "A life is made up of a great number of small incidents and a small number of great ones." From the first day of kindergarten to earning our diplomas and the many experiences in between, we've accomplished a lot. There's a quote I like that says, "When words fail, music speaks." It seems like there's a song for every occasion. A song you play when you're feeling down, a rock song to listen to get pumped up, a song to dance to, an anthem to walk out onto the field, or a lo-fi study song. We all vibe to our own tunes, but when we come together, we create a symphony. Some lyrics from an Imagine Dragons song I like says, "Life is just perspective, laughing when you've wrecked it, smiling when you've kept it together, you weathered the storm. At the end of the play, you sang all the way. It doesn't matter how off-key if you did it your way." We've made it to the end of our figurative play, Stallions. As long as you keep being what makes you you, nobody is going to remember your little mistakes and blunders. Let's look to the future with optimism as we seize the opportunities looming ahead of us. As we celebrate this milestone, let's remember the good times we've had and the hard times that we've grown from. And let's not forget our teachers, mentors, and parents that have guided us through this incredible journey. Please remember to thank your friends and family for their support over all these years. Whether you know exactly what your plans are for the next 5 years, or if you're just figuring things out day by day, life never quite goes as expected. I've realized that you can never be fully ready in life. No matter how much you prepare, sometimes you just have to jump right in and take action. Going into the unknown can be daunting, even frightening. But isn't daunting what we do best? Wasn't it a little nerve-wracking trying to find your classes on the first day of freshman year? Wasn't it hectic trying to log into our classes during COVID and experiencing an earthquake? Hasn't it been worrying to see if your friends are in your next semester classes? Wasn't the first question on your first AP exam or college-level test intimidating? Didn't it take perseverance to practice over and over again to nail that musical solo or to make the varsity sports team? All of these things that we've learned from our experiences in high school have prepared us for what's to come. Just like you can't learn to swim if you never get into the water, we can't become independent adults without putting ourselves out there and venturing into the untraveled path. Look how far we've come, Stallions. We've made it to the end of 12-plus years of schooling, dozens of classes, hundreds of acquaintances, and thousands of memories. And yet, through it all, here we are to tackle the next challenge head-on and keep going. After all, in the words from another song that I like, it says, "It's time to begin, isn't it? We get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit we're just the same as we were. Now don't you understand that we're never changing who we are?" I'd like to end and leave you with the words of our current and former principals by saying, "Stay classy, Stallions." Thank you.
All right, Bowen Thomas, our valedictorian, would you come join us? Bowen Thomas is the son of Jason and Natalie Thomas. He's embarking on an exciting journey after graduation. He will begin with a mission in Cape Town, South Africa for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. He is eager to serve and embrace new adventures. He then looks forward to making a meaningful impact. Upon returning, he plans to attend the University of Utah to pursue a career in the surgical or anesthesia medical field. He's driven by passion for helping others. His time at Stansbury High School was filled with memorable experiences, especially through athletics, where he participated in football, golf, basketball, and tennis. He has also completed an amazing 17 concurrent enrollment and AP classes while at Stansbury High School. Bowen Thomas, your 2025 valedictorian.
Man, what's up, class of 2025? How we doing? Yeah. I'd first like to just say congratulations to all you graduates. I know it took a lot of hard work, a lot of time, and maybe even a few tears to get here, so congrats. Good job. When I first started to write this speech, just like Eric, I asked my mom. One of the things she said was, in such a loving tone, she said to me, quote, "Hey, to help you sound less dumb, you should try to use a few longer words." I thought this was pretty great advice. So, according to Google, the word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, it means to be extraordinarily good or wonderful. I believe that this perfectly describes us Stallions. We are all extraordinarily good or wonderful in our own way. And I can't wait to see what supercalifragilisticexpialidocious things you go on to accomplish. But before we throw those caps in the air and start living our best lives, I want to tell you a story. It's about one of the greatest basketball players of all time, Kobe Bryant. In the 2009 NBA Finals, a reporter asked Kobe how he felt about being up 2-0 in the series. The Lakers were winning, the fans were pumped, and everyone expected him to have some sort of reaction. But Kobe, straight face, no smile. The reporter asked why he looked unhappy, and Kobe said, quote, "Job's not finished." Job finished? I don't think so. That moment stuck with me because even though Kobe had an insane amount of aura in the moment, he knew that celebrating too early meant losing focus. He had his eyes on the championship. And friends, as much as we've accomplished, our job is not finished either. We are not trying to peak in high school. High school was a big game. Sure, we had some highlights, maybe turning in that final essay at 11:58 p.m., or winning Spirit Week with a legendary overtime dodgeball win. Let's go. Yeah. But the real championship, guys, that's still ahead of us. High school has been our preseason, the warm-up, the practice round. We've learned lessons, some from textbooks, obviously a lot from ChatGPT, and maybe even a few from our great teachers. But now we're stepping into real life. College, jobs, service, or maybe just faking it until we make it. Because just like Kobe wasn't satisfied with being almost there, we shouldn't be satisfied with just graduating. Yeah, it's a big deal, massive. But it's not our final championship. Now, to help us navigate this next chapter, let's turn to one of the wisest philosophers of our time, Michael Scott. Michael Scott once said, quote, "I knew exactly what to do, but in a much more real sense, I had no idea what to do." Honestly, that's how most of us feel right now. And you know what? That's all right. Life doesn't come with an instruction manual. It comes with embarrassing moments, last-minute decisions, and learning how to do anything through a 20-minute YouTube tutorial. Sometimes you might feel lost. When that happens, remember Dwight Schrute's greatest piece of advice, quote, "Don't be an idiot." Whenever you're about to do something, think, would an idiot do that? And if they would, then do not do that thing. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that think this might not apply to them, but trust me, it does. So as we walk across this stage, take photos, pretend we're not sweating balls underneath these gowns. Remember this: celebrate today, you deserve it. But also remember, our job's not finished. There are still dreams to chase, mistakes to make, people to riz, and accomplishments to achieve. There are future versions of you out there, versions of you that are stronger, smarter, braver, just waiting to be discovered. So let's have that Mamba mentality for the rest of our lives. Let's live the next 4 years or 4 decades like it's your own personal championship, because Game 2 just ended and we're not finished. I close with one last inspirational story from another icon, Michael Jordan. In 1997, after winning his 6th championship, he said, quote, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." Success is not the absence of failure. It's the persistence through it. Class of 2025, we are going to fail. Life is going to be hard, but we need to make the choice to laugh it off and persevere. I know we are destined for some supercalifragilisticexpialidocious things. Our job is not finished, so let's go out there and make it happen. You got this. Stallions out. Thanks, guys.
Thank you to our speakers. You guys are so awesome. Now we will have a musical number, Remember Me, performed by our class of 2025 choir members. And after that, we will hear from 2 of our classmates who volunteered, tried out, and were selected to address us. We will start with Alexa Medina, and she will be followed by Aiden Pearson.
Sing a secret song to you. each night we are apart. Remember me. Remember me. As you travel far, remember me. Remember each time you hear a sad guitar, know that I'm with you the only way that I can be. Until you're in my arms again, remember me. Remember me. Though I have to say goodbye, remember me. Don't let it make you cry, for even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a secret song to you each night we are apart. Remember me. Remember me. As you travel far, remember me. Remember each time you hear a sad guitar, know that I'm with you the only way that I can be. Until you're in my arms again, remember
We invite Alexa to join us on stage.
Okay. Good evening, friends, faculty, proud families, and of course, my fellow graduates. My name is Alexa Medina, and it is truly an honor to be a part of this ceremony and celebrate the class of 2025. I want to start off by thanking everyone who made today possible. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for all the amazing faculty and teachers of Stansbury High School, so thank you all for your hard work. Can we please give them all a round of applause? So, I didn't tell any of my family or friends that I was going to be presenting a speech today, so surprise. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. You all might be wondering why I'm up here, because no, I'm not your senior class president, valedictorian, or the captain of any sports team. I'm just a regular student like many of the graduates in this room today, and that's why I wanted to stand before you and give you this speech. Thank you. It's been a long 13 years, hasn't it? We started as little preschoolers, and now we stand on the brink of pursuing our dreams and aspirations. It's almost bittersweet, and honestly, kind of scary. Because as we walk out of those doors today, we'll officially be high school graduates. Tomorrow, we won't be waking up at 7 a.m. for school. Instead, we get to decide what comes next. Whether you're headed to save lives, invent the next big thing, or be the next influencer, the future is yours to shape. And that's why this moment is so nerve-wracking, because we have to figure out what's next for us. But here's the thing, no one has all the answers. We don't have to have everything figured out. It's okay to not know the next step. What matters is that no matter how slow or how fast, you keep moving forward and embrace the journey ahead. We've already proven we're capable. I mean, that's why we're here today. We've all faced obstacles, endured pain, and lost loved ones along the way. And as I look out to the crowd, I see the future. An incredible group of people full of potential and dreams, and I don't doubt for a second that every and each and one of us has the determination, strength, and courage it takes to succeed. So, as we leave here today, let's all remember, in the moments of uncertainty and in fear, let those feelings fuel your determination to keep moving forward. Embrace the challenges, take the risks, and do the things that scare you, because growth lies outside your comfort zone. Every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. So keep moving forward and trust that the journey is worth it. I also want to acknowledge all of the amazing people who got me here today. Thank you to my parents, grandparents, and siblings. Mom, thank you for being my rock and always pushing me to be a better version of myself. Papá, gracias por todos los sacrificios que hiciste por mí para garantizarme un futuro. Dad, thank you for all the sacrifices you made for me to guarantee I will have a future. And to my two incredible sisters, Erica, you've played a huge role into shaping me into the person I am today. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Morgan, I can't wait to watch you grow into a beautiful young woman. You've truly been by my side through all the ups and downs. Y gracias a toda mi familia. Si no fue por ustedes, no estaría aquí hoy. También le doy gracias a Dios por darme la fuerza para dar el siguiente paso en mi vida. And thank you to all my family. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here today. Also, I wanted to thank God for giving me the strength to take the next step in my journey. Lastly, I want to dedicate this speech to my grandmother, Jacqueline Chase, who passed away right before my senior year. Grandma, as much as I wish you could be here today, I know you would be proud of me, and I know you're looking over me, my mom, and my sisters. I love you to the moon and back, and to those who have supported us graduates and continue to do so, thank you.
Thanks, Alexa. Aiden, do you want to come up here now?
Good afternoon, class of 2025, students, teachers, families. I am actually honored to stand here before you, and I have to be honest, this isn't my first time on a graduation stage. I made my debut with my 4 siblings many years ago to support my aunt in her graduation speech, and we were dressed up as minions. I don't know what that had to do with school, but today I switched out the overalls for a graduation gown, and I switched out the beanie for a cap, but I have to say, nerves still here. As I'm standing here, it's just as real as when I was a little kid. So I'm gonna try to one-up myself a little bit. Instead of talking about supervillains today, I want to talk about superheroes. And I haven't quite reached superhuman status yet, but I can say that over the past 4 years, I've discovered 3 tricks to help us tap into our potential to become extraordinary. Trick number 1, do stuff you don't like. It seems completely contradictory that making yourself uncomfortable would make you stronger, but stay with me. The first time I researched the AMCC, or anterior mid-cingulate cortex, I learned that the AMCC is stronger in athletes and highly disciplined people. This tiny region of the brain acts like an engine for our willpower. It's hardwired to fuel our tenacity and drives us to pursue goals. This part of the brain is like our internal decision maker, and it weighs whether or not a challenge or decision is worth the effort. So take a moment to think about the most difficult times in your life. Some people give up when things get hard, but some people keep enduring. And it's science that those who embrace the hard stuff, not just in school or sports, but in life, they tend to be healthier, happier, and even have a higher will to live. So what I've realized is maybe superheroes aren't made in a lab. They're not bit by a radioactive spider. They don't come from a different planet. They're made 5 hours away from home on a football field, holding their ground. They're made on the home stretch of a track when their legs feel like concrete. They're made in early morning practices, perfecting arm angles and choreography. They're made skipping out, hanging out with friends so that they can perfect their instrument. Maybe they're even made in their room alone studying for an exam. Trick number 2, once we understand our why, we can endure, or we can get through almost any how. Viktor Frankl, a Jewish psychiatrist, experienced this firsthand. During World War II, he was arrested and sent to concentration camps, where he lost nearly everything: his life's work, his freedom, his health, and even his wife and friends. Despite all this, Frankl found a reason to keep going. He believed he had an important message to share about finding meaning in life, and after the war, he wrote a book about his experiences. In his famous book, Man's Search for Meaning. In that book, Frankl states, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." And it hurts me because today I see so many kids who feel lost and discouraged and burned out, and they're so pessimistic about their future and growing up. But I believe that if we take the time to understand our own why, what drives us, excites us, and gives our life meaning, we can find our way forward. When we know our purpose, you're not just surviving, you're living with intention, passion, and hope. Trick number 3, care about someone. My first heroes that I can remember looking up to were probably Rudy Gobert, Gordon Hayward, and Super Mario. That's who I saw on the TV. They had their names on the back of jerseys, and they were posters on my wall. And then as years went by, my heroes changed. Suddenly it was Steph Curry, Grant Holloway, and Quincy Wilson. So heroes change all the time, but looking back, I realized those people didn't save me. It wasn't them. It was the real heroes in my life have been my parents, teachers, friends, the people who left encouraging sticky notes or offered a kind word when I needed it most. And if you want to be someone's hero, you don't have to be the best three-point shooter of all time. You don't have to be a gold medalist at age 16. You don't even have to save Princess Peach from Bowser. I believe Bruce Lee said it best: if every man helped out his neighbor, no man would go without help. So go save the world. Go be a real hero. Stay classy, Stallions.
Great job to Alexa and Aiden. You guys are awesome. The graduating class of 2025 has been awarded over $9.4 million in scholarships. 2 of these scholarships are the SHS Spirit Scholarships that will now be presented by Aiden Pearson and Caitlin Philpott, 2 of our senior class officers.
Our first scholarship will be awarded to Andrew Conlon, AJ.
Our next scholarship goes to our own student body president, Avery Dean.
Both of these students have displayed great amounts of school pride, sportsmanship, and leadership. Because of that, they will each receive a check for $500. Let's give them another round of applause. Thank you. We will continue our program with remarks from Principal Wilford.
All right, thank you. We have some really awesome students. I mean, just the speeches, everything was great. It's been really good so far. Each year, we choose 2 outstanding colleagues as Employees of the Year. Will you please join me as we congratulate this year's Shining Stallions winners, Fred Kennard, our world language teacher. Could you please stand, Mr. Kennard? And Misty Perkins, our assistant financial secretary. I know Misty's here somewhere. All right, but we are super thankful for them and all that they do for our school. We would also like to recognize, thank, and have stand our students from the class of 2025 who have committed to and will be entering service to our country through the military after graduation. Please stand. Thank you so much. I can tell you it has been a privilege and an amazing opportunity to be your principal this year. I have had the opportunity to get to know many of you through your talents and performances at Stansbury High School. So many of you have represented our school so very well in a variety of ways and have done our school, your families, and our community proud. Today is a big deal. You've made it through 4 years of high school. That's roughly 720 days, 3,600 class periods, and countless assignments, quizzes, and tests. There have been late nights, early mornings, and even all-nighters for some of our students who like to live on the edge and wait until the last moment. Full disclosure, my remarks weren't finalized until this morning. Our graduation theme for this year is all but over, and that's fitting because high school is, well, all but over. You've turned in your last assignments, checked everything out with your counselors. All that's left is walking across the stage and celebrating with your families and loved ones. But here's the thing. While this high school chapter is all but over, the next chapter in your life the next chapters of your life are going to be much more fulfilling if you work hard and make them that way. Some of you may have had an awesome high school experience with plenty of memories to take with you. And others, it may not have been that awesome for different reasons. Wherever you fall on this spectrum, don't let high school be your best days or your best years. I recently watched an SNL skit where they were portraying a 20-year high school reunion. And one of the awards that they gave out, they would give out many awards. One was most successful, but one of the awards they gave out was peaked in high school. I would say at your 20-year reunion, don't be the recipient of that award. The person says, peaked in high school and still climbing, but that's not really how it works. Now, I would like to reference two of my favorite coaches. John Wooden, a legendary UCLA basketball coach who won 10 national championships, and Ted Lasso, the fictional football coach with a mustache full of wisdom and biscuits who took the Richmond Greyhounds all the way to the Premier League. I feel a lot like Ted Lasso when I watch soccer because I still do not understand offsides. And you can ask Coach Jones and Coach Call. I sit on the sidelines and I still don't get it. It's terrible. But anyway, with that, Coach Wooden, he once said that things turn out best for people who make the best of the way things turn out. In other words, we cannot control what life throws at us, but you can adapt, stay positive, and maybe even laugh at the hard times. You'll be just fine. Ted Lasso, on the other hand, reminds us to be curious, not judgmental. That quote, borrowed from Walt Whitman, reminds us that curiosity opens doors, judgment closes them. Ask questions, listen deeply, learn from people who are different from you. The world needs more curiosity and less certainty, more understanding and less assumption. And when life gets tough, and it will, remember Ted's other gem. You know what the happiest animal on earth is? Does anybody know? A goldfish, okay? You know why? It's got a 10-second memory. Be a goldfish. Let go of the little mistakes, like that time you called your teacher mom, or the time you missed that shot, the right note, the test question. You are going to make mistakes. Learn from it and move on. And let's not forget character. Coach Wooden said, be more concerned with your character than your reputation. That means who you are when no one's watching matters more than how many likes you get. So, class of 2025, here's what I hope for you. That you laugh often, especially at yourselves. that you fail sometimes because that means you're trying and how you learn. That you remember this moment, not just for the caps and gowns, but for the people sitting in this arena who've been a part of your journey. Yes, high school is all but over, but your story, your impact, your potential, that's just getting started. So go out there, be kind, be awesome, be classy, and above all, believe that you can. Congratulations, class of 2025. You did it. Now go and do more. Thank you. At this time, I would like to present our graduating class of 2025. Dear Superintendent Ernst, Assistant Superintendent Ham, Director Jarnigan, and members of the school board, these graduates have successfully navigated the challenges and opportunities presented to them and are now ready to take the next step in their academic and personal journeys. They have met all the requirements set forth by the Tooele County School District and the Utah State Board of Education. Therefore, it is my sincere request on behalf of the faculty, staff, parents, and students of Stansbury High School that you accept and recognize the graduating class of 2025. We believe they are well prepared to face the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead and have no doubt they will represent our school and community with distinction. So at this time, School Board Chairman Rich, I ask for your acceptance of the class of 2025 graduates of Stansbury High School.
Thank you, Principal Wilford. Graduation season is the best time of the year for board members. It is very humbling to participate in graduation ceremonies across the district. Between board members and district staff, we will have handed out over 1,400 diplomas. 550 of them are here at Stansbury High School. What an honor it is to be a part of this graduation. I will make this short since I know not everyone, not anyone, came to hear a school board member speak, but I do know maybe one student might want to hear maybe one word of wisdom from me. So please indulge me, and as I am grateful to have a son graduating with the class of 2025, I want to personally thank every other student in this class for having an effect on him, and every teacher, aide, secretary, principal, counselor that has had an effect on every single one of these students, and to all of you parents for raising your kids. We have a pretty awesome community. This is where I print things off. Don't worry, Mr. Wilford. I kept my remarks to 8 pages, but I did double space it, and I did format it to 250 font. Be kind and be grateful in every circumstance you find yourself in. So with those words of advice, it is my honor to officially accept the graduates of 2025 class at Stansbury High School. By the power vested in me by the Tooele County School District Board of Education, I hereby accept and confirm that you have met all the requirements set forth. Thank you.
We now invite our faculty to stand and take their places along both sides of the middle aisle. We will then bring our graduates up row by row, recognizing them by name and giving them their diplomas. It's just on the side.
come over here. There's left over.
Kensington Anderson.
I'm going first. Esther Bromley.
Leolaga Brown.
Jocelyn Priest.
Kenzie Stoker.
Cecily Peterson.
Jacob Sneidman.
Darby Corbett.
Hadley Griffith.
Isaac Larson.
Liberty Bishop.
Abigail Rogers.
Alan Waters.
Chloe Thomas.
Bella Didrikson.
Brinley Scott.
Abigail Turner.
Cassidy Robbins.
Emma Craig.
Avery Dean.
Jeanette Simonson.
Sophie Tate.
Jacob McCollum.
Julie Denna.
Holly Rosengren.
Landon Feldman.
Trevor Gerard.
Emma Jenkins.
Zachary Johnson.
Zachary Evans.
Javen Kelly.
Irvin Anderson.
Bailey Oshley.
Alex Burton.
Eliana Burridge.
Trevor Parks.
I want to sing all
Spencer Smith.
Just put it in his hand.
Noah Allen.
Kobe Judkins.
Bowen Thomas.
Logan Martak.
You did. Randon Atkin.
Jacob Niederhauser.
Kyra Allen.
Oakley Brockmeyer.
Olivia Spilker.
Lauren Tobler.
Joshua Nagata.
Grace McMaster Witkowski.
Michaela Meredith.
Kaylee Harris.
London Clayton.
Brenna Livingston.
Meg Butler.
Alyssa Barraza.
Haley Packham.
Jesse Garrick.
Jackson Packham.
Sophie Karen.
Amy Garcia.
Rachel Wild.
Ashley Isaac.
Zoe Carpenter.
Jonah Shaw.
Cooper Clark.
Naomi Jenkins.
Nolan Fergal.
Asher Howarth.
Talon England.
Benjamin Polson.
Do I sound cool? I feel really cool right now.
Landon Palmer.
Chelsea Homan.
Spencer Allen.
Reese Bailey.
Elliot Zachary.
Jack Griffith.
Carmine Poe Gallegos.
Colton Jensen.
Exavia Patch.
Roper Miller.
Hailey Smart.
Jeffrey Hayes.
Elena Rockwell.
Bryson Willis.
Evie Lavery.
Madison Howard.
Bryson Willis.
Charlotte Corley.
Carson Meldrum.
Connor Tucker.
Allie Vaughn.
Zoe Dyson.
Reagan Rand.
Carlos Campos.
Presley Trujillo.
Maurice Lokemba.
Elizabeth Kelmer.
Parker Johnson.
Cambria Taylor.
Isaac Van Cott.
Zoe McCain.
Aaron Rockwell.
Cayman Went.
James Allen.
Jax Estrada.
Madeline Stagg.
Enrique Banuelos Correos.
Micah Sahuden.
Aspen Morris.
Peter Olson.
Addie Bollender.
Tobias Johnson.
Isabel Dersh.
Kennedy Palmer.
Alyssa Orgill.
Jaylee Grimshaw.
Rosemary Dangerfield.
Alice Allred.
Ethan Coffey.
Mackenzie Green.
Isabel Basico.
Amber Freitas.
Caden Jackson.
Berkeley Bell.
Leah Walden.
AJ Conlon.
Isaac Guyman.
Carter Nelson.
Joshua Ramirez.
Jerem Allred.
Taryn Rowley.
Paige Peterson.
Eric Obrey.
Madeline Thornton.
Bradley Curtis.
Sonnet Finch.
Idella Deaton.
Max Russell.
Tristan Curtis.
Isaac Bailey.
Jorge Lopez Torres.
Cole Ringwood.
Dylan Huachamin.
Alicia Trujillo.
Caden Walker.
Julian Wheelang.
Jacob Hiram Taylor.
El Rio Thompson.
Shandon Olson.
Olivia Taylor.
Liberty Salisbury.
Rachel Jepson. They're going too fast. I don't know what you're doing.
Era Littlefield.
Jenna Wheeler. Annabelle Howard.
Anna Matheson.
Tristan Howard.
Paige Rydalch. Mason Leonard.
Max Johnson.
Ryan Thompson.
Alexandra Grant. Stacy Case.
Ty Dieter.
Brooklyn Spears.
Isaac Salisbury.
Jada Limutao.
Skylar Erickson.
Zuleika Mendez.
Mark Jones. Shaylin Holland.
Rowan Peterson.
Raquel Peterson.
Gage Hansen. Aaron Elwood.
Ryder Wagner.
Isaac DeBride.
Spencer Dustin. Madison Hollinger.
Mason Whiting.
Kendall Palmer.
Chase Stevenson.
Noah Ricker.
Sabahan Faiz.
Derek Douglas.
Ahad Shigiwa.
Star Ward.
Gage Brace.
Samantha Larson. Brody Redmond.
Jonah Zamora.
Ian Roberts.
Natalie Gay. Ethan Schoenfeld.
Mary Webb.
Aiden Merkley.
Jason Kelson. Peyton Lansgrave.
Caden Harding.
Sabrina Norman.
Oakley Lawrence. Lainey Dalecki.
Bailey Pierce.
Mia Jolie Motley.
Tyler Welsh.
Montserrat Tobar Castillo.
Paxton Frere.
Alexa Medina.
Olivia Peterson. Evelyn Haslam.
Tia Johnson.
Jillian Farrell.
Kasaya Harmon. Dante Larson.
Audrey Roberts.
Jacob Owen.
Zachary Smith. Jaden Wall.
Zayden Smith.
Jackson Brown.
Matthew Wynn. Ethan Price.
Bodie Shaw.
Jordan Lassiter.
Grace Skudlarick. Taylise Roberts.
Savannah Thomas.
Casey Faddis.
Meg Bollender.
Manuel Fonseca.
Kaylee Giles.
Jaden Pace. Gabriel Meneses.
Adrián Acosta Rios.
Joey Falk.
Juliet Stoffer. Mitchell Minnis.
Hadley Vorwaller.
Gavin Woodard.
Nevaeh West. Ryan Rakes.
Kylie Benson.
Logan Lewis.
Nathan Miller. Brody Muir.
Fabricio Quiñones.
JD Snow.
Angel Gonzalez.
Sequoia Heddleston.
Anthony Tate.
Saúl Andrade.
Zeke Poole. Angelina Cruz.
Hannah Taylor.
Madeline Holste.
Kate Smart. Caitlin Jeffs.
Bradley Turner.
Riley Jensen.
Corey Jensen. Tyson Ferry.
Joshua Nobbs.
Kobe Davis.
Avery Brown. Andon Wickstrand.
McKenna Jones.
Tosin John.
Jacob Thomas. Robert Yeagle.
Allison Jimenez Monroy.
Gabriel Binkley.
Maris Hess. Carson Hamilton.
Tessa Baker.
Mason Maxwell.
Zeta Madeira. William Stevens.
Anna Blebaum.
Kaylee Gudmanson.
Olivia Van Allen.
Jade Zizo.
Danny Chandler.
Kaylee Neal.
Javon Oviatt. Mallory Matravers.
Taylor Stidham.
Olivia Asbury.
Tyler Anderson. Eliza Scown.
Mohammed Yazir Kohastani.
Amelia Diamond.
Hannah Webster. Savannah Cannon.
Ava Lambert.
Lydia Homer.
Sage Chastain. Austin Cheney.
Robert Ryan.
Wyatt Gates.
Kennedy Shepard. Ryan Rich.
Weston Saunders.
Ivan Hayes.
Spencer Sant. Ari Wilson.
Samuel Pettis.
Evan Reinhardt.
Nolan Peterson. Camry Bryan.
Kata Gerke.
Jackson Allen.
Addison Kimbler. Avery Lufkin.
Zoe Wyatt.
Anaya Rogers.
Amber Willie. Caleb Dieter.
Brinley Monteroso.
Ida Anheiden.
Gracie Natkin. Jadalyn Lewis.
Gracie Philpott.
Delaney Richard.
Bella Knutson. Kelly Shortino.
Caitlin Cowley.
Celine McDonald.
Molly Shields.
Violoa Martin.
Hallie McGee.
Mariah Dish. Brian Lemus.
Alexander Velstich.
Parker Cashmore.
Carla Calleja.
Coleman Dearden.
Marilaura Briceño Zavala.
Luke Rich.
Iván González.
Treston Lee.
Benjamin Magaña.
Braden Slaw.
Juan García Sánchez Jr.
Landon Wilson.
Roberto Sendejas Toro.
Adrian Vigil.
Moses Soto.
Kevin Johnson.
Kaisen Sisawang.
Ja Ray Lester.
Daniel González Gutiérrez.
Damon White.
Ashley Sepúlveda Álvarez.
Carter Reed Nelson.
Mercedes Juárez.
Mark Wilhelmsen.
John Mi Saavedra.
Dallin Danzy.
Camila Mejía.
Parley Stedman.
Luitka Macías.
Brody Van Sluwen.
Allison Roberts. Jacob Brimley.
Eben Davis.
Story Erickson.
Alexis Wilson. Eli Vorwaller.
Violet Morton.
Gracie Wilcox.
Heath Thwain. Ethan Carroll.
Daniel Miller.
Vance Jackson.
Adrian Giza.
Abigail Murdoch. Tavian Huffaker.
Jessica Santana.
Jonathan Hernandez.
Judd Bowen. Nicole D. Oliveira.
Naomi Heimer.
Alexandra Hamner.
Miley Ward. Carly Casey.
Tanner Wood.
Kaylee Perkins.
Matthew DeVal. Isaiah Rich.
Zachary Lawrence.
Kincaid Sutherland.
Brock Ware.
Gabriela Valencia Herrera.
Caleb Lyons.
Austin Suaste Galeana.
Emily Kohler. Hayden Carter.
Maya Wolf.
Porter Shelley.
Julius Leo Nardini. Aiden Carroll.
Avery Pilcher.
Sam Beanie.
Catherine Westora. Arian Perez.
Gabriella Bergantz.
Strasser Osborne.
Ella Powell. Savannah Nielsen.
Olivia Hernandez.
Olivia Lizana.
Zane Souza.
Rebeca Contreras Alfaro.
Isaac Fuentas.
Alexandra de la Rosa Ríos.
Iris Miranda. Peyton Bergener.
Ariana Rosales.
Elliot Smith.
Carla Tolentino. Emma Sedgwick.
Jade Campbell.
Berlin Tanner.
Genevieve Vidales. Giselle Cloward.
Jessa Hardman.
Can I please say it? Can I please say it? Can I please say it?
Miley Andrew.
Taylor Sumption.
Okay.
Marisa Peraza.
Spencer Kaufman.
Daniela Martinez.
Matthew Entz. Ava Sanderson.
Tia Stewart.
Adriana Alvarado Alonso.
Tate Entz.
Ashley González Mata.
Jackson Bender.
Madison Fee. Sophia Udi.
Mariah Feith.
Liam England.
Isabella Abernathy. Torrin Alder.
Alexa Elliott.
Diego Gonzalez Torres.
Kendall McCombs. Jackson Adams.
Phoenix Montoya.
Caden Tigner.
Angeline Martinez.
Clayton Edwards.
Chantel Franco.
Dallin Bennett.
Eleanor Mitchell. William Taji.
Ava Wright.
Lorenzo Call.
Samantha Jepson. Elijah Perez.
Caleb Weaver.
Isabella Perez.
Riker Hamilton. L. Thompson.
Jenna Bartholomew.
Lauren Carmen.
Alexander Perks. Sophia Munoz.
Margot Cadillo.
Sadie Kennedy.
Marlene Hoshid. Jordan Collins.
Sydney Gable.
Addison Van Cod.
Aaron Lovell.
Stephanie Villalbazo.
Isaac Jeremiah.
Maddox Klusner.
Malia Opeta. Gavin Long.
Camry Nelson.
Jacqueline Hurtado Guillén.
Nicholas Brandt.
Brittany Chavez Sánchez.
Keston Dalton.
Janela Fernández.
Tyler Kundit.
Gabriel Talia.
Carter Scounson.
Vitisemanu Talia.
Braxton Nielsen. Caitlin Kitchen. Michael Lewis.
Addison Hansen.
Micah Bishop.
Brittany Durant. Marshall Cox.
Toetu Palu.
Landon Fraley.
Isaac Finau.
Lucianique Edwards.
Gianna Makaafi.
Phoebe Yarqua.
Ashton Leela Roberts.
Niable Bior.
Angeline Kalamafoni.
Luke Hardy.
Anabela Zamora.
Anessa Malm. Elizabeth Jade Florence. Lauren Higgins. Oh,
Courtney Dalton.
Dania Malu.
Colson Ranicky.
Lucina Vaca.
Briley Gigi.
Caitlin Philpott.
Noah Doubt.
Aiden Pearson.
All right, everyone. Can I take a 0.5 video of us all? Just start cheering. Okay, perfect, thank you. Okay. Well, we never thought this day would actually come. It's funny how after 4 years, I still haven't figured out how to use a semicolon. But hey, I'll get there eventually, right? I don't know about you guys, but today is without a doubt one of the weirdest yet most surreal moments of my life. Watching the seniors before us, who I looked up to so much, walk across this stage made me think that when it was my time, I'd be ready. But here I am, completely terrified of living on my own and not entirely sure how to cook anything unless you can throw it in an air fryer. As an avid Disney Channel and movie enthusiast, I grew up watching my favorite teenage characters experience all of the stereotypical high school milestones before I did. Like getting a driver's license, going to prom, surviving the late night cram sessions, and of course, graduating. At 10 years old, I never really imagined how fast those days would come. But now standing before you, all I can do is repeat what we've been told since our freshman year. Don't blink, you might miss it, and I definitely blinked. As I look back on my time at Stansbury High, there are so many things that I'll miss. And there's also a few things that I definitely won't miss, like the parking lot with 0 spots, forcing you to park in the yellow zigzag lines, and praying you don't get caught by Officer Russo. And even sometimes those spots were full too. That was the worst, but focusing on the positive side, I'm gonna miss moshing a fiend with you all, even after it got overplayed. The student section cheers and jamming out to Juicy Wiggle, those awkward late night encounters in the parking lot where you kind of just stare at each other and wait till the other car leaves. Pulling off last minute assemblies with my fellow SBOs. My mentors and teachers who supported me, prepared me for this day, and taught me such valuable lessons. Shout out Tina Grossman, woo! I've never worked harder for an A in my life. Dancing under the Friday night lights, and of course you guys, my friends, classmates. My high school experience wouldn't have been the same without you all. It feels like yesterday when we were all sitting on rainbow carpet squares and arguing over who got out in Foursquare. Now we're picking majors and realizing we probably should have made more attention in personal finance. We've grown up together, we've been there for each other since the beginning, and over the past week, I haven't been able to stop thinking about how cool it is that in these final days of our senior year, the friend groups, cliques, and labels between us completely faded away. Walking the halls of Stansbury Elementary with friends I hadn't talked to in years felt so nostalgic. It was definitely the highlight of my week. Kind of funny how the end of our time here was what finally brought us all back together. I want to take a second to thank the real MVPs who helped me, and I'm sure the rest of you, survive high school. To Alani Energy Drinks, which I drank one before I got here, for getting me through the all-nighters and last-minute essays, and of course to ChatGPT for making sense of all the papers I wrote at 2 a.m. I honestly feel like it deserves a diploma along with the rest of us. If there's one thing you take away from today, I hope it's this. In a world that is constantly changing, be brave enough to try. Take the risks, make the mistakes. Nothing is permanent, and that is both terrifying but completely freeing. Because people come and go, new opportunities can completely vanish, and the only constant you can truly hold on to is the memories you made and the person you became. You don't have to have everything figured out right now. You just need to be willing to keep going no matter the circumstance. High school wasn't just about rushing to class and cramming for the ACT. It was also about the relationships we built, the people we became, and the memories we made. Which is what makes saying goodbye so hard, but so worth celebrating. As Troy Bolton once said, once a wildcat, always a wildcat. And in my words, once a stallion, always a stallion. Thank you and congrats to the class of 2025. We did it! All right. Okay, this is the time we've all been waiting for. Stallions, please rise. Now move your tassel from right to left. SBO officers, would you please join me on stage? Class of 2025, let's hit it with the one last Who Are We Stallion cheer.
All right, if we could have our orchestra gather up on stage, and we will begin our recessional in just a second.
you lost your tassel.
Thank you to everyone who has attended today. We appreciate you more than you know. Parents and family and friends, the graduates will exit out the right side of the arena, and they will be able to meet you outside of the Maverick Center for your pictures and other celebrations. Graduates, please be sure to exit the tunnel on your right side as you go out, and you will proceed directly to the room where you will pick up your diploma and then exit the Maverick Center.